A major development tonight in the push to get WNBA superstar Brittney Griner and American Paul Whelan both home from Russia. Today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced the U.S. has put a, quote, substantial proposal on the table to get Griner and Whelan out of Russia. Blinken detailed plans for a call with Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in the coming days. Now, this would be the first time that the two have actually spoken since the war in Ukraine began. Griner testified earlier today in her trial on drug charges. She has pled guilty to having hashish oil in her luggage and says it was an accident. Former Marine Paul Whelan was arrested 3 years ago and convicted on espionage charges. U.S. officials have called that a mockery of justice. Secretary Blinken did not mention a prisoner swap, but Moscow has long wanted the release of a Russian arms dealer serving in a U.S. federal prison. Maggie Rulli leads us off tonight with more on Griner's day in court and what comes next.
The White House announcing a substantial proposal to Moscow for the release of Brittney Griner and Paul Whelan. Sources say the Biden administration has proposed exchanging convicted Russian arms dealer Victor Bout for Americans Brittney Griner and Paul Whelan, both detained in Russia.
We put a substantial proposal on the table weeks ago to facilitate their release. Our governments have communicated repeatedly and directly on that proposal. And I'll use the conversation to follow up personally and, I hope, move us toward a resolution.
Bout is serving a 25-year sentence in the U.S. for international arms smuggling and is considered the #1 prisoner the Russians want back. Secretary of State Antony Blinken unwilling to give any more details on the potential trade to reporters in a press conference today, but says he will speak with Russia's foreign minister in the coming days, marking the first time the two have spoken since the war in Ukraine began.
This is simply a dog and pony show for the media. They're not doing anything at all.
The swap would include former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, who's spending his 16-year sentence in a Russian labor camp on spying charges, and WNBA star Brittney Griner, who testified for the first time at her court hearing today.
I did not plan or have the intent to bring any cannabis or banned substance to Russia.
Griner, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, was in Russia to play basketball in the off-season when she was arrested in mid-February at a Moscow airport after vape canisters containing cannabis oil were found in her luggage. The 31-year-old pleaded guilty to the charges in early July, but insists it was a mistake.
If I had to speculate or if I had to guess on how they ended up in my bags, I was in a rush packing. Like I said, I was recovering from COVID.
Griner says she knew the U.S. government had warned its citizens not to travel to Russia, but it was a trip she was used to making.
7 years I've been coming back and forth through Moscow multiple times. I've never seen so many people working that day. There was a lot of custom agents and people behind the scanners that day.
She says when she was detained at the airport, her rights were not explained, and she had to use a translation app to attempt to understand what was even happening.
My rights were never read to me. No one explained any of it to me.
I do understand what my charges are against me, and with them being accidentally in my bags, I take responsibility, but I did not intend to smuggle or plan to smuggle anything into Russia.
On Tuesday, her defense calling a Russian narcologist to the stand who confirmed Griner had a legal U.S.-issued medical prescription for the cannabis and used it to treat pain and injuries, explaining to the court that this use is legal in the U.S. The medical testimony and Griner's admission aimed at getting her a more lenient sentence.
Her appearance in court is an effort for her to play by the rules of the Russian court system, but the real action is happening outside the courtroom, which is the negotiations behind the scenes to get her home.
For now, Griner is expected to be held throughout the duration of the criminal trial, even kept in a steel white cage. Earlier this week, our producer inside the courtroom was able to speak with her through her cell as Griner held up pictures of her wife, Sherelle.
Do you want to say something to Sherelle?
Good luck on the bar exam.
How do you feel? Do you have any complaints?
No complaints. Waiting patiently.
Griner's back in court August 2nd. Until then, a diplomatically delicate process is playing out to get her and Paul Whelan home.
So it could be a long road ahead. Our Maggie Rulli joined us now. Maggie, Brittney Griner's defense team is now reacting to this news, as well as the family of Paul Whelan. What do they have to say?
Oh, yeah, Lindsay. Well, Paul Whelan's twin brother, David, told ABC News that he was surprised by this news and said in a statement, "Our family appreciates the Biden administration seeking Paul's release," going on to say, "We hope the Russian government responds to the U.S. government and accepts this or some other concession that enables Paul to come home to his family." Now, we also heard from Griner's defense team. They said in a statement that we're really happy Brittney will be able to come home and hope it will be soon. But, Lindsay, they also added that any prisoner swap could only occur after a final verdict in her case was reached. Lindsay?
All right, Maggie Rulli, our thanks to you as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.